My wife cheated with the lawyer who destroyed my business. Then I discovered the secrets she hid for 7 years, a husband's ultimate betrayal story. Imagine rebuilding your life after a false lawsuit destroys your business, only to discover years later that your own wife was secretly dining, laughing, and hiding an affair with the very lawyer who ruined everything. This isn't just a story about infidelity. It's about betrayal so deep it shakes a man's identity, a web of lies spanning years, and the moment he finally realizes the woman he trusted most was standing beside the enemy. Stay with me, because what he uncovered next is something no husband is ever prepared for. The man who ruined my business at dinner with my wife. I'm Ethan, 36. My wife is Natalie, 33. We've been together 9 years, married for 7. No kids. We had a small marketing agency that used to be our dream, until it burned to the ground 5 years ago. And the man who lit the match? A lawyer named Brandon Cole. He represented a competitor and filed a completely fabricated lawsuit against my company. Claimed we stole clients, breached contracts, used unethical tactics. None of it was true, but he buried us in motions and hearings until we bled out. By the time it was dismissed, we were bankrupt and our reputation was trashed. Back then, Natalie was my rock. She held my hand in court, rubbed my back when I couldn't sleep, told everyone I'd been treated unfairly. I honestly believed we were fighting the world together. Fast forward to last month. We'd finally gotten somewhat stable again. I was freelancing, she worked in corporate PR. We didn't have much, but things were calm. Or at least I thought so. Then, on a random Friday night, my buddy Ryan texted me from my favorite restaurant, the one Natalie and I used to treat as our place. Ryan, hey man, didn't know Nat was out tonight. Thought you were with her? Photo attached. I was at home on the couch, in sweatpants, eating leftovers. Natalie had told me she was at a women's networking thing downtown. I opened the photo. It was a little blurry, but clear enough. Natalie, hair curled, red dress I liked. Leaning across a candlelit table. Smiling. Sitting across from her was a man in a navy suit, clean-cut, confident posture. At first I just frowned, assuming it was a coworker. Then I zoomed in. The shape of his jaw. That perfect part in his hair. The smug half-smile. My chest tightened. It was him. Brandon Cole. The lawyer who destroyed my business. I actually laughed at first. It felt too ridiculous to be real. So I texted Ryan. Me. That can't be Nat, must be someone who looks like her. Ryan, dude. She waved at me. She introduced him. Said he was someone important. I assumed you knew. My hands went cold. She was at our restaurant. With the man who ruined my company. Introducing him to my friends. And she hadn't mentioned a word of it to me. The betrayal didn't hit all at once. It came in slow waves. First, confusion. Then, anger. Then, underneath everything, one echoing thought. Why does my wife look that happy with the man who once tried to destroy me? After Ryan's photo landed like a punch to the ribs, I didn't call Natalie. Didn't text her. Didn't demand explanations. I just sat on the couch in the dark, staring at the picture until my vision blurred. At 11:48 p.m., she came home. She walked in humming, rosy-cheeked, smelling like perfume she usually saved for anniversaries. She froze when she saw me awake. "Oh, you're still up?" she said, forcing this bright, nervous smile. "My networking thing ran late. You know how those go." I interrupted her. "How was dinner?" She blinked. Once, twice, too slowly. "What?" "Dinner," I repeated. "At Rossi's." Her lips parted. She looked like a kid caught stealing cookies. "Ethan, I don't know what you're talking about." Lie number 1. I pulled out my phone and showed her the photo. Natalie's face drained instantly. She didn't even blink this time. Just stared. Then she rushed into explanation mode, words tumbling, voice cracking. "Ethan, wait. Listen, I can explain. This is taken totally out of context." "Explain," I said calmly. She exhaled sharply, as if annoyed I wasn't melting down. "It was a professional meeting," she said quickly. "I didn't think you'd care. I didn't want to stress you. It was last minute. He needed PR advice. That's all." "The lawyer who ruined my business needed PR advice?" I asked. She swallowed hard. "He's rebranding," she said. "Trying to fix his image. You know how that works." Lie number 2. I could tell by the way she twisted her wedding ring. A nervous tic she always had before lying. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. Because I knew you'd react like this. Lie number 3, blaming me. I didn't yell. Didn't accuse. I just said, "Where's your phone?" Her eyes widened. Ethan, no. That's invasive. I'm not giving you my phone. That man tried to destroy my livelihood, I said softly. The least you can give me is honesty. Her breathing sped up. I am being honest. Lie number 4. Natalie, your phone. She hesitated, then handed it over with a shaky hand, like someone passing a loaded gun. The first thing I checked was her messages. At first, nothing suspicious. But the trash folder? That was full. Deleted texts. A lot of them. And one thread in particular, still partially visible, made my stomach drop. Brandon, tonight was perfect. Same time next week? Natalie, definitely. I can't stop thinking about last time. Last time? I asked quietly. She lunged toward me. Ethan, wait. Those are old. Those are from a long time ago, months. Before anything. I deleted them because I didn't want you misinterpreting. Lie number 5, 6, 7, all in one breath. I scrolled. More texts. Brandon, wearing that red dress again. Natalie, wouldn't miss the chance to see your face when I walk in. And another. Brandon, your husband still thinks we've never met. Natalie, yep, he has no idea. My vision tunneled. I wasn't reading flirtation. I was reading betrayal from someone who still smelled like my home. Ethan, please, those messages sound bad, but they're not what you think. I kept scrolling. Photos. Selfies. Her smiling. Him smirking. Hotel lobbies. Wine glasses. Nothing explicit, but intimate enough to slice through me like glass. She grabbed my arm, sobbing now. Ethan, I swear it wasn't physical. I swear on my life. It was just emotional. I was lonely. You were busy. He understood me. I made mistakes. I'm human. Please don't twist this into something it's not. Lie hashtag 8, 15, panicked and sloppy. But then, the message that ended the last sliver of denial I had. Brandon, next time let me pick the hotel. Your choice last time was too close to home. Natalie, LOL fine. But you owe me after last time. Still thinking about it. Winky face. I stared at those words. Still thinking about it. Natalie collapsed to her knees. Literally dropped, grabbing my hands like a drowning person. Ethan, please don't do this. I can explain. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I love you. I swear I love you. Please don't walk away from us. Please. But I didn't speak. Because I knew something she wasn't ready to admit yet. This wasn't an affair that happened. This was an affair she chose. Over and over again. With the one man she knew would hurt me most. And somehow, the worst part wasn't the cheating. It was the realization that she'd been lying for so long. She couldn't remember what honesty even looked like. And this was only the beginning of the secrets she'd buried. Natalie stayed on her knees, holding on to me like I was the last piece of furniture in a burning building. Her mascara was streaking down her face, her breath sharp and shaky. But I didn't move. I just stared at her. Not angrily, not loudly, just hollow. She hated that silence more than yelling. Ethan, please, she begged. You don't understand. He was manipulative. He pressured me. He used my kindness. He made me feel guilty. So you slept with him? I asked calmly. Her mouth opened and closed like her words were trying to escape, but kept colliding with the truth. I didn't say that. Then what was last time? Her lips trembled. It wasn't what it sounded like. Then tell me. She shook her head violently. I'm embarrassed. I don't want you to see me like that. I made a mistake. One mistake. Only one. Yes, she cried. Only. She paused. Her face went pale. That's not. I mean, Ethan, don't corner me. Because she knew she had boxed herself in. She released my hands and collapsed fully onto the floor, her forehead touching the carpet. Sobbed into it. That's when the front door opened. Her mother, Linda, marched in like she owned the place. Perfect hair, perfect outfit, perfectly judgmental expression. She took one look at Natalie crying and gasped. What did you do to her? Linda demanded. I blinked. This was surreal. Linda, Natalie croaked. Please, don't, go home. But Linda had already placed herself between us like she was defending her wounded daughter from a villain. She called me sobbing. She snapped. Said you were interrogating her like a criminal. I stared at Natalie. She cheated on me, I said softly. Linda rolled her eyes. Oh, please. Natalie is emotional. Sensitive. And frankly, you're dramatic. If she talked to someone else, it's because she needed attention you clearly weren't giving. Natalie whimpered, Mom, please stop talking. But Linda was on a roll. She's always been passionate, she continued. She needs excitement. All the women in our family do. Her aunt, her grandmother, they all struggled with boredom. My eyebrows shot up. Boredom? That's what they called infidelity here. Linda kept going, oblivious to the horror on her daughter's face. And honestly, Ethan, you were working too much. You were distant. If she slipped up once, I repeated quietly. Natalie shot up, shaking her head frantically. No, Mom. Stop. Stop right now. Too late. Linda blinked at me. Well, twice, maybe. Or, whatever it was, she feels guilty. Isn't that what matters? Twice. My jaw clenched. Natalie grabbed her mother by the arm, pulling desperately. Mom, please. Please. You're ruining everything. Before she could drag Linda away, the door opened again. Her father, George, walked in, face tired, hair disheveled, clutching car keys. Linda, I told you not to barge in. Then he saw Natalie on the floor. Oh no, he whispered. Not again. Again? I stared at him. George, what do you mean again? Natalie was shaking violently now, muttering stop, stop, stop. Her father sighed deeply. We thought she'd gotten help. We paid for therapy. Twice. Linda spun around. George, don't you dare. She deserves honesty, he said quietly. Then to me, Natalie has struggled with honesty her whole life. It's a pattern. We just hoped marriage would stabilize her. My chest tightened. A pattern. Her mother snapped. George, you're humiliating her. But he just shook his head sadly. We should have told him. It wasn't fair. Natalie let out a heart-wrenching sob. Dad, please, she cried, grabbing his pants leg. Please don't tell him anything else. Please. She was fully unraveling now. Shaking, crying, begging, gripping both her parents and the couch, like she could somehow contain the truth spilling out of their mouths. I sat down slowly. So I said, You've cheated before? Natalie froze mid-sob. Her eyes widened like she'd been shot. Ethan, I didn't. Not really. It wasn't serious. I didn't mean to. How many times? I asked. Her breathing sped up. Her shoulders shook. Her fingers clawed at the carpet. Ethan, she whispered, please don't make me say it. Say it anyway. She covered her face with both hands. 3. Linda stepped in. No, she means 2. George interrupted. It was 4. Natalie screamed. Actually screamed. Mom. Dad. Stop. Please. I stared at her. 4. For affairs. And the last one was with the man who destroyed my business. Natalie collapsed again, sobbing so hard she could barely breathe. Ethan, she choked out, crawling toward me. I love you. I swear I love you. I didn't want to lose you. I didn't think you'd find out. Please don't leave me. I'll do therapy. I'll change. I'll do anything. Please, please, please. But I didn't feel anger anymore. I felt clarity. She wasn't crying because she loved me. She was crying because she finally ran out of places to hide. And for the first time in our entire marriage, I realized I'd never truly known the woman I married. And I hadn't even started asking about her business meetings yet. Natalie was on the floor again, knees bruised, mascara smeared, breath coming out in panicked gasps. Her parents hovered helplessly, each revealing more than they intended, each peeling back another layer of a woman I clearly never knew. But I wasn't done, not even close. I leaned back in my chair, calm in a way that frightened her more than shouting ever could. Tell me about the business meetings, I said. Natalie's whole body jerked like she'd been electrocuted. Her eyes went wide. Her lips trembled. Ethan, please. You told me they were company dinners, strategy sessions, trainings. I paused. You dressed up for them. She clutched her chest as if her heart hurt. They were work-related. Were they with him? Her face twisted in agony. And no, not all of them. I mean, some. Ethan, stop. Don't say it like that. So which ones were innocent? I asked. The dinners? The lunches? The overnights? The weeks you said you were traveling for training? She shook her head violently. No, don't twist this. Please. I swear it wasn't like that. Then what was it like? I asked quietly. Her mother tried to step in again. Natalie gets overwhelmed when you pressure her. I raised a hand. She went silent. Natalie finally whispered. I didn't sleep with him every time. Every time. That phrase alone made my stomach turn. I asked, why him? Out of everyone in the world, why the man who destroyed my business? Her face contorted. She grabbed the couch cushion like she needed something to hold on to. Hey, he came to my job years ago, she whispered. After the lawsuit, he apologized for how things went. He said he admired how strong you were, how you handled everything. I stared at her. He told me, she continued, voice trembling, that you never gave up because of me, that I was the reason you kept fighting. The irony was suffocating. So he complimented you, I said, and you slept with him. Her knees buckled. She crumbled forward again, forehead hitting the carpet. I didn't mean to, she sobbed. I was angry at you. You were so distant after the business collapsed. Everything was falling apart. We were stressed. He made me feel appreciated. You slept with him because I was stressed. I asked, stunned. I was lonely, she cried, raising her head. Her face was streaked with tears and guilt. I thought you didn't want me anymore. I thought you were ashamed of me. So you cheated to make yourself feel better? I asked. She let out a sob so raw it echoed. I didn't know how to help you. I didn't know how to help you. I messed up. I know I messed up. I hate myself for it. Ethan, please, don't give up on me. Please, please. Her father finally spoke. Natalie, he said quietly, you need to stop begging. She whipped toward him. No, I'm not losing him. I won't lose him. Linda rushed to her side, hugging her, stroking her hair. It's okay, sweetheart, she said. It's just a phase. Ethan will forgive you. He's a good man. He's patient. I looked at Linda sharply. I'm not forgiving this. Linda blinked at me as if I'd just said something offensive. What do you mean you're not forgiving? You can't throw away a marriage over mistakes. Mistakes? I asked. Plural? She waved her hand. Everyone makes mistakes. Besides, if you weren't so sensitive, if you didn't hold on to the past. I stood up. Natalie lunged forward and grabbed my leg again, shaking uncontrollably. No, Ethan, don't. Please don't leave. I'll break it off. I'll never talk to him again. I'll block him right now. Please, please, just sit down. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table. The preview lit the screen. Brandon, last night was unbelievable. Same place tomorrow? Natalie screamed and dove for the phone, but I got there first. I opened the thread. Hundreds of messages. Thousands of words. Miss you already. When can I see you again? You're perfect. Tell him you're working late. You look gorgeous in that dress. Wish you were here. Wish I was inside you. I closed the phone slowly. Natalie collapsed like her bones gave up on holding her together. Ethan, please, please, please don't believe those. He's exaggerating. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. I was confused. I didn't know how to say no. I didn't mean any of it. Please. Her mother grabbed her shoulders. Stop crying, Natalie. You're embarrassing yourself. Her father whispered. He has every right to leave. Natalie looked up at me. Eyes swollen, tears pooling, voice breaking. Ethan, I don't want to lose you. I never wanted to hurt you. You're the best man I've ever known. Please don't let my worst mistake destroy us. It wasn't one mistake, I said softly. And it wasn't your worst. She looked confused. Until I said, you helped him during the lawsuit. Natalie's face drained. Her parents froze. She whispered, barely audible. How did you find out? I stared at her. You told him things about my business. My clients. My strategies. You helped him build the case against me. Her hands flew to her mouth. I didn't know he'd actually use it. I just thought. He was charming. And Ethan, please. I was stupid. I was so stupid. She sobbed so violently, she slumped sideways onto the carpet. But I didn't feel pity. I felt clarity. A painful, liberating clarity. She didn't destroy my business by accident. She didn't cheat by accident. She didn't lie by accident. Natalie ruined my life. On purpose. And I had no intention of letting her escape the consequences this time. Because revenge? Revenge had already started writing itself. And I was finally ready to read the next chapter. The living room felt like a battlefield after a war. Natalie was a sobbing wreck on the carpet. Her mother oscillated between denial and outrage. Her father looked exhausted, like a man who had seen this play out too many times. And me? I felt calm. Not numb. Not enraged. Just done. Natalie crawled toward me, her movements shaky, desperate, animalistic. Ethan, Please, don't walk out. I'll lose everything. You're all I have. You're the only good thing in my life. Please. I can't breathe. Please don't leave me. I stepped back. She collapsed face first, a raw sob tearing out of her chest. I picked up my keys. Linda snapped. If you walk out that door, you're destroying this marriage. I looked at her. Natalie destroyed it years ago. And I left. The next morning, the fallout begins. I woke up at a friend's house, my buddy Mason, who didn't ask questions. He just handed me coffee and offered his couch. By noon, my phone buzzed with a number I didn't know. Mr. Parker, this is the State Bar of California. We received an anonymous report about ethical misconduct by attorney Brandon Cole. We'd like to ask some questions. I hadn't sent anything. Not yet. But someone did. Maybe a coworker. Maybe someone he wronged. Maybe karma. Then another message arrived. From Brandon's law firm. If you have any information relevant to potential breaches of conduct by Brandon Cole, please respond. Natalie had helped him bury my business. Now, ironically, he was being buried by his own lies. I didn't respond. Yet, Natalie's panic spirals out of control. That afternoon, 15 missed calls, 8 voicemails, 42 texts. Natalie, please answer. Please come home. Please talk to me. Don't punish me. You're abandoning me. You're cruel. You're the only person I trust. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't do this. Then, the final text. I told HR everything. I told them I cheated. I told them I lied. I told them I used confidential company info. I might get fired. Ethan, please talk to me. I exhaled. She had confessed to her job in an attempt to guilt me into coming back. But what she had actually done ended her own career. Her family falls apart too. Her father texted me. I'm sorry. None of this is your fault. We should have warned you years ago. Then her sister wrote. We never knew the extent. I'm so sorry. Linda, of course, sent. You should have handled this privately. Now look what you've caused. I blocked her. Natalie needed to face her own destruction without her mother shielding her from consequences. The final confrontation, the last time I saw her. 2 weeks later, Natalie showed up at the apartment I'd rented. Eyes sunken, hair unwashed, hands trembling. She looked like someone who had stared into the mirror too long. Ethan, she whispered. Please, just hear me out. I stepped outside but didn't let her in. She clutched her elbows as if holding herself together. I lost my job, she said softly. They suspended Brandon while they investigate. My parents are furious. My friends won't talk to me. And I don't know who I am without you. I didn't say anything. She wiped tears. I know I broke us. I know I hurt you more than I can ever understand. But you're the only person who ever saw the good in me. Please, don't leave me alone in this. Her voice cracked on alone. For the first time in weeks. I felt something. Not love. Not longing. Not pity. Recognition. She wasn't crying for me. She was crying because her safety net was gone. Because the man she betrayed was the one she relied on most. I finally spoke. Natalie, I hope you get the help you need. She shook her head like an abandoned child. Ethan, please, don't say goodbye. But I had to. For my own sanity, I said softly. I have to let you go. Her knees buckled. She slid to the ground again. Please, Ethan, I can change, please. But I turned and walked back inside. And that's when I heard her final whisper. I never thought you'd actually leave. The divorce and the rebirth. The divorce was quick. She didn't fight. Couldn't fight. Not with her reputation in shreds, her job gone, her lover under investigation. I rebuilt my business from scratch. Not as big, not as ambitious, but honest, steady, peaceful. I started hiking, traveling, reading again, learning carpentry, cooking, taking photos. And slowly, painfully, I found myself again. Conclusion, what I learned. Here's what I know now. 1. A good man can lose himself in trying to save the wrong person. I almost did. 2. Betrayal isn't just cheating. It's the erosion of trust piece by piece. Natalie had been erasing us long before the affair. 3. Leaving isn't abandoning someone. It's choosing yourself. And it's the bravest thing I've ever done. 4. Healing is slow, uneven, and painful, but absolutely possible. I'm living proof. 5. Your worth isn't defined by who breaks you, but by how you rebuild afterward. I didn't just survive her betrayal. I reclaimed my life from it. And if you're reading this, stuck in a cycle of lies, hoping things will get better, please hear this. You're allowed to walk away. You're allowed to start over. And you deserve a life where you don't have to question the person you love. I'm living that life now. I have many other stories. Go to my channel, subscribe so you don't lose us. Give me a thumbs up.